Here is the iLiving 20-inch high-velocity floor fan. iLiving makes a couple different 20-inch floor fans like this. This is supposed to be the more heavy-duty one. I think they call it the turbo fan or something like that. Then they have a, I guess, more standard 20-inch fan that's a little cheaper than this one. I found out recently they also have a 20-inch DC variable speed fan too. It's a little different than this one though. It's got more of a, I don't know if you really call it a drum fan, but it's kind of like a narrow drum fan, but it looks pretty cool. And it wasn't that expensive either. It was like $115 or something like that, which for a variable speed 20-inch fan, that doesn't sound that bad. But this is the turbo fan, and that's not the original badge. I didn't like the sticker that they had on it, so I replaced it with this, and it looks much better now. I thought about doing something else to it, maybe like paint the blades black or something like that, give it more of a like a Mad Max Road Warrior kind of vibe. I don't know, I might do something else to it eventually, but it looks pretty cool as is right now. It's got like a, I don't know if you really call it a full size guard. A lot of the 20-inch fans today have more of like a narrow guard. They're kind of slimmed down. This one is more of a classic style. This is probably like the closest thing that you're gonna get to one of the old patent fans from, say, the 90s. Here's the back of the fan. It's 3 speeds. It's got a cord wrap too, which I always like that. Here's the motor. It's a open air vented motor, oil ports, and here is the sticker info. It's the model ILG8F21, draws 2 amps, made in China, April 2021. It's a little bigger motor, I guess, than what you'd see on some of the more, I guess, like budget 20-inch high velocity fans, like the Home Depot and Menards store brand fans. It's a little bigger motor than that physically. I don't know if it's necessarily like more powerful, but it's a pretty powerful motor. But I found out today that it's not powerful enough to handle the Schaefer 20-inch blade. So this is a Schaefer 20-inch blade that they use on the Versacool fans, and originally I bought that to attempt to replace the blade on my patent 20-inch fan, because I thought that this blade resembled some of the blades that they were using on their fans back in the 90s and probably like very early 2000s. But it turned out that it wasn't a good match for the patent motor, or the Macmillan motor, and it overloaded the motor, couldn't handle it, so I wasn't able to use it. And today, before I started rolling this video, I put it on this fan, and it was the same result. It overloaded the motor. This motor is rated for 2.0 amps, and it was pushing 2.3 on high speed, so that's no good. I cut it off after a few short seconds of that, so I didn't end up damaging it. So that's kind of a bummer. I don't know what I'm going to end up doing with that blade. I'll find a motor for it eventually and probably end up building my own fan from scratch, just kind of based around that blade. That'll be another down the road kind of project, but yeah, I think that blade is, I think it costs more than this whole fan. So it's kind of weird because it's only a 20-inch blade, and I think if I remember right, it was spec'd for a 1/3 horsepower motor, which is kind of crazy for a 20-inch blade. Normally that size motor would be for like more like a 30-inch industrial fan blade, but I don't know, I'll find something eventually. So we got this plugged into the meter over here, and we have it set for amps right now, so we'll see what it draws. With the Schaefer blade, it was drawing 2.3 on high speed. I don't know if it could really pull any more than that without frying the motor. Didn't really want to find out, but we'll take a look at how it runs with the normal blade on it. I like that sticker, it's pretty cool. I don't remember where I got these. They're supposed to be like wheel stickers, put them on your rims or whatever, but put them on the fans. I might end up taking them to work and just putting a few of them on fans around there. We'll see. Here is low speed. And we'll take the feet per minute. About 1,000 feet per minute. And low. Medium. .64 or 5. Pretty good blade balance too. So it was running within spec, but it was getting up there on 1.95 amps, and we were maxing out at around 1600 feet per minute, which, I mean, it's a 20-inch blade. Do I have a calculator to do? So we're gonna apply the same formula to find the CFM with this as we did the Lasco box fans, being it's the same blade size. So we're I think I'm just going to use 1600 feet per minute times, it was 2.17 was the area, which would put us at, did this just die? It did. We're gonna have to try this again. Times 2.17 equals 3,472 CFM. I don't know what this fan is supposed to be rated for, but I don't know. I think that would put this at what, around 1,200 CFM or so, more than one of the Lasco box fans, which is pretty good. It's a pretty strong fan. I mean, it's not crazy strong. It's decent though. I think the patent fan, the 20-inch patent fan, is probably gonna have higher velocity than this. I think probably that it runs a higher RPM, so it's probably gonna have more velocity. But this is pretty good. I like this fan. It is like kind of a classic heavy duty industrial looking floor fan, and it's got a decent motor on it. It looks cool, especially when you dress it up a little bit. I think it looks a lot better with that on there than the iLiving sticker. I think iLiving makes some pretty good fans, generally speaking. This is the only one that I own, but I've seen some of the other ones online and it looks like they're potentially pretty good. I just don't really care for the branding too much, so try to personalize it a little bit. But that is the iLiving 20-inch turbo fan. Thank you for watching.